All right, best ring got another buff. This is a big surprise. I thought I was gonna be editing the tier list today. This might just come up as an extra upload just so I can help catch up. But did not think I'd actually be talking about Ishtar again. I mean, not Ishtar, Ereshkigal. I'm very happy with this buff. And the funny thing is, this is almost a year after. No, not almost. It is a year after she got her costume. So her getting a buff, nice. And this one just makes what her role is even better, and also gives her a lot more ease of use when farming. All right, let us get started. So let's revisit everything once again. This is her second buff total. Base attack, it's low, but she's more of a... This is part of the reason why her damage isn't the best, but like she was always intended to be like a tank. She was able to like just survive and just MP spam over time, like good sustained damage. Low base attack, but very high HP. Like Ereshkigal is one of the tankiest units in the entire game. I think she's like top 5. 100% she's in the top 10, but I'm pretty sure she's like top 5. And like only like a few units actually beat her out, like Jiniko. So this is part of the reason why she's so tanky. Like she just has way more HP than other units. Star weight, Sergeant, normal Lancer stuff, MP charge 0.54 with this 6-hit arts card. It is not an understatement that this is one of the best arts cards in the game. If you crit on this card, you are going to have your MP back. That's how strong this thing is. If you face guard it and you don't get a crit, I think it's like 40 gain. It really depends on overkill and everything, but this arts card is cracked. It's really good. It kind of sucks there's only one, but understandable why there's only one. Vitch is the same way. She has a ridiculously good arts card, but she only has one of them. Or it's on quick, good. She's a Lancer. She has better star gen. She wants to make her own stars. Bust card doesn't matter. 4-hit extra attack is her weak point, but it's not the biggest of deals. It's not going to do much damage, and to be honest, it's not even going to be like doing much of anything. Like the star gen, nice, but not. Again, it's 4 hits. MB charge, low-ish base number, so it's not going to refund that much. And then low attack, it's not going to do that much damage. If you unlock extra attack finesse, it will clean it up and make it feel better, but it's not gonna, that extra attack isn't gonna feel the best compared to other units of her, like of 5-star rarity. So first skill is what was buffed, and it's weird that fandom is showing the buff version first. So originally, debuff immunity, insta-kill immunity, and buff removal resistance, these were all chance based. That is fucking frustrating. So, oh, and a turn of invul, and this is the only thing that was guaranteed. In challenge quests, you literally had you had a good chance of you not losing your buffs, but there was always the chance you would lose your buffs if you were fighting like someone like Amakusa or Jack spamming her buff strip. Like you could just straight up tank this for a turn, possibly. It wasn't always, so there was a lot of resetting that needed to go into it. They said, fuck it, just make it 100% now. Good, you're removing the RNG to it. But then they threw this one in. Reduces own skill cooldown by 1. It turns her entire kit from 6 turn cooldown average to 5. Which, for a buster unit like Ereshkigal, is really, really good for her just survivability in general. And how her MP works now. It's now at the point where there shouldn't be a point that you don't have uptime on some of the effects of her skills. And because brings it down to a 5, one Vitch battery is going to have 100% uptime on skill 3, which is what you want. The biggest part of this, honestly, is for skill 3. It's in general, you are just gonna have a better playing experience in general. I know I'm saying in general a lot, but this buff doesn't seem like it's that much. But in a challenge quest, this is literally going to sit like, and not a min-turn challenge quest. I'm talking like a challenge quest where people die, shit happens. Ereshkigal has probably one of the best chances to just stay alive, especially compared to other AoE Lancers. Like, Melusine's ain't got shit on this. Like, Melusine is, if she's not MPing, she's gonna like stop moving. If she doesn't MP, she's gonna tank and then get her MP. If this is the direction they want to go with Ereshkigal, I'm fine with her not getting any more damage in her kit. Honestly. I'm at the point now where I'm saying like Ereshkigal, okay, yeah, done. You could buff second skill. They could make this 3 times 3 turns. Would be really, really nice if they did that. But at this current point, that is asking a lot, and it's probably not gonna happen for at least another year or 2. Yes, if they do buff this skill, if they do buff it, this is gonna let Ereshkigal double stack this buster buff, and then I don't see a reason for them to buff the third skill. Third skill is her bread and butter anyway. It doesn't need to be stronger. And this skill indirectly buffed it. This skill buff indirectly buffed the third skill. So the way I know this skill is very counterintuitive. I mean, not counterintuitive. Intuitive. It's a buster buff, 50% in a battery. In farming though, you use this turn 1 and turn 3, but the cooldown reduction for farming, it doesn't matter unless you're starting with a super skill. Maybe, hold up, I think there is some Summer Chloe stuff you can do, but it's still gonna be awkward as hell. I do think I can test this out though on stream today, before I do the tier list, whether or not I don't have actual Summer Chloe the Bond CE, so I can't really test this, but there might be a way for you to black rail loop with Ereshkigal now, possibly. So I do think they will eventually come back to this skill and make it 3 times 3 turns, but they're not gonna make this a 3-turn buster mana burst with a 50 battery on it that has a 5-turn cooldown. That's too much. So 3 times 3 turns is the best we're probably gonna get. Third skill is Ereshkigal's bread and butter, Blessings of Kur. She puts this buff on everyone, and it is unstackable. I'm pretty sure, like, Ereshkigal, this is unstackable, but if you have another Ereshkigal, it can technically stack, I think. But, yeah, because, like, especially because of Bitch, like, if you could double stack this shit, you would have a lot of problems actually dying in a fight. Like, a lot of problems. 20% defense, 30% MP gain. This is what Castoria gives, and she gives it to the party. And everyone gets 3k max HP. So this number goes even higher. It gets a lot closer to what Jiniko has. Yeah, Jiniko. And you want this skill up as much as possible. If you're about to pop her NP, you want to make sure you have this skill. Otherwise, you get a lot less returns. Passive skills, 12.5% debuff resistance, 11% arts up for A+ territory creation, and goddess essence for 22.5% debuff resistance. So her base debuff resistance is 34.5%. Nice and high. And this stack with the debuff immunity, it is so hard to like actually debuff Ereshkigal, especially now. Before, her high magic resist made it so if you didn't get this, it's fine. You probably are struggling off the debuffs anyway. Now they're just straight up not gonna land. Pen skills. Like I said with the farming example with Summer Chloe, you're probably gonna want this, and also after all the lottos I did, like all the different lotto runs I did over around Christmas, not having this is such a fucking pain in the ass. Because when you have a 30 startup charge and you're trying to do a lotto team and you don't have someone that has mana loading unlocked, it screws up your entire farming shit. Like, holy fuck. Oh, I gotta get Morgan her pen skill on JP ASAP, because that shit is just ass. It is so bad when you actually have to wait 2 days to get an MLBC. Sorry, I'm ranting, but for 50 chargers plus, if you can get mana loading, get it, and it just makes when you don't have the MLB much less annoying. Much less annoying. Between these two, I would definitely go to extra attack though, because Ereshkigal is one of those units you do want to be doing brave chains on. It's not like she's only MP spam. You want to do face guards. You want to get her MP back. You want to spam her MP as much as possible while you have blessings of her, because this MP has already been buffed. Every time you have blessings of her, it was a 20% attack up, ramp up, and a buster buff of 10% base scale to 50. When they buffed it, they gave her anti-earth. They kept the attack, the charisma, and then they gave attack chance resistance by 20% and insta kill immunity for 3 turns. This skill, with this guaranteed, like, you can save this skill now for when this part isn't working. If you're in a King Hassan fight, you now have, like, Ereshkigal is definitively the best anti-insta-kill servant in the game. It sucks she's not a caster, because most of the casters are the ones pulling insta-kill shit. But at the same time, Doman does insta-kill and he's alter ego, so at least it's why she has this third pen. Why she's anti-assassin, because assassins, specifically King Hassan, are the ones that do the insta-kill. That's why she has this. So if you plan on bringing her to insta-kill fights, you might want to consider actually unlocking this, because that is where her niche lies. But the anti-earth brought her damage up way better. Her overcharge didn't change, but at least she always has a buster buff when she MPs. It's just more damage, considering that this is a 1 turn. Most of the time, you're not going to have this. Chains are going to be the bane of your fucking existence with Ereshkigal. Nails, not so much, because we just had a lotto for them. But chains, oh my fucking god. I spammed the Bunyan event because I didn't have any chains for like the first couple of months of me playing this game. Chains, literally, I couldn't find them. I couldn't get them. I spent a bunch of apples on the Bunyan event because I needed chains that badly. Did I enjoy like the gameplay for that? Absolutely. I loved that infinite farm. But doing it only for chains was not the best idea. I forget if there was a lotto, and even if I'm pretty sure Morgan Fist didn't have a lotto. So it might be one of the best chance to get chains, but it's not going to be the most fun. Bells. Bells dump for no fucking reason. You already make Melusine need these bells. Why the fuck does Ereshkigal need them too? Thank God these are on appends though. Obviously, because Eresh came out long before Lost Belt 6. Long before it. But mats aren't the worst, but they're not good either. On CE. Gotta stop doing that. Buster buff up 10% and MP damage up 10% while she's on the field. Ereshkigal now is definitively the AoE Lancer challenge quest go-to for me. Her MP damage isn't going to change. It's the same as what it was. But with Earth attribute, MP1 becomes MP5 in terms of damage. Like, it literally shoots up like that. She's tankier than Ryoma. Yeah, we're gonna keep this to AoE. She's tankier than Ryoma. Melusine's survivability is spamming her MP until they die. Harna is killing divine enemies until they're dead. Roma does niche stuff. Yeah, out of the only one that kind of comes close is like Breedamart. Kinda. And Breedamart is way more niche. So if you have archer fights that have a lot of trash mobs, Ereshkigal probably is going to be your go-to. Like, especially one that's like 6 enemies. Yeah, 6 enemies that are going to be hitting her a lot. A, she's not going to take much damage. B, because of all her buffs, all the buffs that Blessing of her do, if she's targeted like that, she literally is just going to keep spamming her MP. Like, for free. You're not going to need double bitch, because her gain is just going to go through the moon. Go to the moon. If you like Rin, you're going to summon for Ereshkigal. I'm not going to say not to. I did it too 2 years ago. I will say though that this is right before JP Valentine's Day. So, and we haven't been told what the servant is even gonna be. We still have Samurai Remnant collab going on. That's gonna end very soon, like in 3-4 days. And then I think we have a live stream on like the 11th, or that's Chaldea Gate. So by the time Valentine's Day starts, this banner is probably going to be over. If you have Ereshkigal already, you are eating good. If you don't, and you like Ereshkigal in the story, summon for her. She's not as busted as Melusine. You're not going to be able to black rail that easily with her. But this is solid. This is so super solid. Oh wait. This one. Yep, this one. Yeah. Outside of Melusine and Roma, she is the hardest hitting AoE Lancer. Artoria still has some things she needs to work out because of her battery situation and like what her Buster buff did or didn't do to help her. But she's just consistent. She is probably the most consistent one out of all of them. Outside of Karna, but even then, that he has Star Bomb, he is relying on crits. CLDR, I love this buff. It's gonna make her not a better farmer or not an ease of use farmer. If you're trying to black roll with her, you're going the extra step, and you have to have the right setup for that. But she's solid. If you don't have Melusine, I do recommend Ereshkigal if you have a lot of the other supports. And I'm not even talking Oberon. I'm talking about Merlin, especially Merlin. She came out with Merlin. She is meant to be run with Merlin, because any chip damage she takes, Merlin's just gonna heal her. And because of how long Vitch's cooldown reduction is, you're probably actually better off running her with Tamamo, like caster, than Vitch, because of how low she does now that all the cooldowns are 5. Running her with Tamamo is gonna have pretty much 100% uptime on these, like exactly when you need it. Kind of don't see Ereshkigal dying at that point. Like, it's not the full invincible comp, obviously, but it's gonna come damn close, because when she pops this invul, buff removal isn't gonna, she's only gonna take damage from invul pierce, and any damage she does take, she can probably just heal up. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.